right, people. All right, people. So the hip hop civil war has begun. The hip hop civil war has begun. Drake has finally thrown his first jab, baiting for Kendrick to drop. Kendrick, you had a diss track for 4 years. You had 24 hours to drop it. You have yet to drop it. I don't know what is going on, bro, but the clock is running out, fam. You drop that diss track, fam. You're on the clock. Now, hip hop is absolutely great again because now beef is back in this competition. It's been a long time since we had competition amongst top artists. The last thing we had was Biggie and Tupac, and then 50 Cent and Ja Rule. And after that, everything just went dead silent. You know what I'm saying? No really anything out there to look after. But this guy's about to explain every single line that I might have missed on Drop and Give Me 50, diss track by Drake to Kendrick, man. Let's see the lyric breakdown. I'm not gonna waste your guys' time, bros. Let's go.
And some of it had to do with Rick Ross and Diddy and a couple of lines here and there. So I am going to go over the leaked version as well, but this is the official release. We're going to go over those bars first, and then I'll talk about the lines that got removed on the leaked version. Now, did this officially leak from Drake's team? Who knows? The Weeknd, sent some shots at Drake on the We Still Don't Trust You album, talking about his camp leaks a lot of music. Well, I mean, here's the reality of it. Another song got leaked from Drake. Lots of Drake's music is leaked. Let's go over the verses, man. Insane. Drake starts it off saying, I could never be nobody's number one fan. Your first number one, I had to put it in your hand. Who is he referring to? Future. Obviously, Future on the We Don't Trust You album on the track, the title track, actually, We Don't Trust You. He said, you a guy, number one fan, dog. Sneak dissing, I don't understand, dog. Pillow talking, acting like a fed, dog. I don't need another fake friend, dog. Can't be about a hoe because we sharing, dog. And your feelings while you playing, dog. Drake flipped that and said, I can't be nobody's number one fan because your first number one hit that you ever got was because of me. And that's the facts, man. As much as people want to clown Drake, this and that, the reality is the guy makes hits. I mean, there's no denying that. I don't care what anybody says. And the number one hit that Future finally got was the Way Too Sexy record off Certified Lover Boy. Wow. He was featured on it. That went number one. That was Future's first official Hot 100 number one hit. So Drake gave him that hit, man. The Drake Stimmy package is a real thing. So continuing on, he says, you pussies can't get booked outside of America for none. I'm out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan. I'm the hit maker y'all depend on. Backstage in my city, it was friend zone. Now this, just talking that big talk worldwide. Drake is worldwide. He says, I'm a hit maker y'all depend on, which, I mean, a lot of it's facts. We're going to be talking about Rick Ross a little bit down the line, but Rick Ross is another person that depends on Drake features to get any type of hits.
Wow.
And then backstage in my city.
Y'all better give Drake some respect, man. Drake is out here carrying these dudes' career, bruh. I mean, that's the one thing that they can't knock him off, fam. Whenever you need a hit, you call Drake, bruh. There'll be some new artist out of nowhere, and Drake can hop on a song, and the song goes big on multiple occasions. Yo, give this dude his respect, man. He's a GOAT when it comes to hit making. I don't care what nobody says. Keep playing this. I gotta get some.
Talking about Toronto, probably the shows that he used to do, those events that he would have, October's very own concert places, and everybody's cool backstage, but now everybody want to attack him. Continuing on, he said, you won't ever take no chain off of us. How the you big stepping with a size 7 men's on? This is straight directly at Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick said on the Like That track, got 2 steez with me, I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos, it's up.
It's up.
He said, listen, you ain't taking nothing off my neck. That's the reality of the situation. He said, listen, how are you big stepping when you got little tiny feet? When you're 5, I think he's 5'5", little man, little hands. He's saying you got Chucky feet, bro. You know Chucky doll? You got Chucky feet. So how you big stepping? How you a big stepper with little feet? So that was just hilarious when I first heard that. I was dying laughing. Continuing on, he says, this is the bark with the bite. What's up? Making it clear, hey, not playing no fucking games here. I know my picture on the wall when y'all cook up. Basically saying you use me for motivation in your guys' career. Extortion baby, this is where it gets interesting. Extortion baby, whole career you've been shook up because Top told you drop and give me 50 like some push-ups, huh? This is where a lot of people were like, what's going on here? Extortion saying, hey, in LA, there's a lot of extortion going on. If you go to LA, you got to pay certain people to get in certain areas to be safe.
Wow.
That's just LA culture in
Hell
general.
no.
And Drake saying that's what Kendrick is under when he was signed to TDE, which is Top's label. That, hey, Top is taking 50% of everything that you did at TDE. That's why you left the label, and now you have your own situation with PG Lang. Which we don't know the facts of that, but if that's the case, damn.
That's crazy.
Kendrick was getting extorted. But can Drake really, really point that out? Because think about it, guys. He was signed under Birdman, signed under Wayne, and then, but he got out of that situation a while ago. But still, Drake talking about portions and stuff, I don't know what the splits were for that, but that's a lot of people in your pocket. Jay Prince, by the way, don't forget Jay Prince, Birdman, and Lil Wayne.
Damn.
And Pusha T mentioned this on Exodus 23-1, that diss track. You sign to one guy to sign to another guy to sign to three other guys, man, that's fucked up. So, yeah, I don't know if Drake can be talking about splits and labels when he was signed to a bunch of people, but that's Drake saying, hey, drop and give me 50. That means you got to listen to this guy. Top is your boss, period. And he continues that saying, your last one bricked. You're really not on. They make excuses for you because they hate to see me lit. Now, a lot of people, destroy the Mr. Morale and Big Steppers double album, because it is a double album, and say it was a flop, this and that. Although it did perform well. I mean, the tour did well. But he's saying, hey, people just make excuses for you because they want somebody to be up there at my level. They can't accept the fact that I'm number one. And I see a lot of people, honestly, act like that. Me, I'm not the biggest Drake fan, but I just want bars. I'm not on either side, whether Kendrick or Drake. I just want bars. I want battles. And I think Drake has the ability, and he's proven it right now. Continuing on, he says, pull your contract because we got to see the split. The way you're doing splits, your pants might rip. That's a kind of little funny joke line, well, I mean, hey man, he's saying, listen, your money's getting split half. So you're not making as much money as me. Hey, it is what it is. He continues on and said, you better do that motherfucking show inside the biddy. Maroon 5 need a verse. You better make it witty. Then we need a verse for the Swifties. Top say drop. You better drop and give him 50. That is, he's just basically saying you're not your own boss. You're a bitch. Top is the owner of you. Whatever Top wants, you have to do, and that's the reality of the situation. Hey, you got to do a verse for Maroon 5. You got to do a verse for Taylor Swift, and you got to drop your album at this time, or else we're gonna have issues. That's what he's saying. Drake is basically putting up this big boss talk, like, hey, I don't have a boss. I run OVO. I can drop whenever I want to drop. I can do whatever I want to do. And he's saying, listen, your splits are 50-50. You're not even making the money, and he's treating you like, hey, you got to do everything that I say because you ain't a boss. So continuing on, Pipsqueak pipe down, basically making fun of his height again. Little shoes, little man. You ain't in no big three. This is where now, addresses fuck the big three, it's just big me. He says, listen, you ain't no big three. SZA got you wiped down. Travis got you wiped down. Savage got you wiped down. Now, that's a whole different debate. I don't know. SZA's getting hits, though. Let's just say that. Travis got hits. Savage got hits now. So, I don't know. That's a big debate on whatever you guys prefer. But the big three for a lot of people in hip-hop, at least, has been Kendrick, Drake, and Cole. Cole's kind of gotten a lot of flack because of the apology. But continuing on, like your label boy, you in a scope right now. Interscope, Kendrick Lamar. I don't know if he's still signed to Interscope 100%, but he was with Interscope at a certain point. And you're going to feel the aftermath of what I write down. Kendrick was signed to, obviously, Aftermath, Dr. Dre, TDE, Interscope. That's quite a few people in Kendrick's pockets as well.
Damn.
I'm on top of the mountain, so you tight now. Just to have this talk with yo, I had to hike down. Self-explanatory.
That's tough.
I'm at the top. You're at the bottom. Just to get to even talk to you, have to go all the way down here. A big difference between Mike then and then Mike now. And this can be interpreted multiple ways. I mean, you could be talking about Michael Jordan because also Michael Jordan, had his peak and then fell off. But then Michael Jackson, difference between having insane hits and being peaceful versus now Michael was going at labels at one point, attacking people. Not really attacking people, but he was fighting back on a lot of the backlash he was getting. So that could be that. He said, what the fuck is this? A 20v1? Basically saying, hey, how many fucking people are going to go at me? I have to go at 20 people versus one right now? Like, this is ridiculous. What's a prince to a king?
He has son.
This is obviously a response to, Kendrick saying he's Prince and he's MJ, but Prince outlived Michael Jackson when he said that. I don't like that. He's saying, but what's a prince to a king? You're my son. You're my little kid, my son. Got more love in the city that you from. Kendrick Compton. Drake also went to Compton with that Game 100 video where Drake's even sending subliminal shots at Kendrick on the fact that he showed up in Compton, did those subliminal shots. Hey, man, you got to give up to Drake. He pulled up. So I don't know about more love in the city, but he did do that. And this is just hilarious because Metro's not going to get the end of this ever. He says, Metro, shut your ass up and make some drums. I just can picture right now Metro's going to get this in his replies and comments for the next, 5 years, bro. That's just hilarious. Continuing on, it says, yeah, I'm the sixth god. I'm the front runner. Continuing on, it says, y'all guys' manager was Chubb's little blunt runner. And this is where he switches his attention to The Weeknd. And he says, listen, my guy Chubbs, who's under me, your guys are under my guy who's under me, which makes you guys look even worse. And then he was a little blunt runner, meaning he's just going around buying blunts for people and a weed guy. Sometimes, like Snoop Dogg has his weed man that does a bunch of little tasks for him. He's saying, man, that's your team. They ain't got nothing on us. They're the ones that have to do these little tasks and things. We're at a different level. And this is where he actually goes in more on The Weeknd. He says, claim the six and you boys ain't even come from it. And when you boys got rich, you had to run from it. Cash blowing a Beal bread out here tricking. Shit we do for the bitches, he doing for guys. What the fuck? And on this, he's going after Cash XO, who's The Weeknd's manager, stating that he has given The Weeknd high amounts of money in which Drake gives that same money to women. No, he's just clowning the team because The Weeknd on the We Still Don't Trust You clowned Baka Not Nice, a.k.a. Drake's quote-unquote shooter, and he was saying your guys' shooters are doing TikToks, like these guys are all clowns, and your team, leaks stuff, and they're not a professional team. So Drake is going back at The Weeknd for that. He continues and says, jets, whips, chains, wicked, wicked, wicked. Spend it like you trying to fuck, boy, you tripping, boy, you tripping. The wicked, wicked, wicked could be reference to Future's wicked, 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 wicked track. So shout out to Drake for that little thing. He said, Drizzy, Chip, and Dale probably got your Chanel. I just got him done. Boy, don't make me have to chip a nail. This is kind of, it's a little funny. Drake, he's been spotted, I think, at one point painting his fingernails. So this can be kind of a little weird of a line, but whatever. Rolling Loud stage, y'all were turned. That was slick as hell. And this is where he references Metro Boomin and Future previewing music off the We Don't Trust You album, and they previewed that track. And they stopped it before Kendrick rapped because they knew, obviously, Kendrick was dissing, Drake and a little bit of J. Cole. So he says, y'all will turn on there, but now he's like, shit, probably change if you're Lil BM, Kiss and Tell. And this is potentially a shot at A$AP Rocky and Rihanna. Things will probably change. He's saying, listen, if your baby mama kisses and tells, meaning Rihanna. Hugs and kisses, man, don't tell me about no switches. This is where he's talking about Kendrick Lamar, talking about all these guns. I be rocking every fucking chain I own next visit. He's saying, I ain't tucking my chain, man. Doesn't matter what you guys talking about. We snatch chains. I ain't tucking them. I be with some bodyguards like Whitney. And this is where... This is where Drake made the mistake with Pusha T, mentioning somebody's wife. So this is where the line got further. Like Drake said, fuck it, I'm going all in. I don't know. You guys remember on the Pusha T thing, Pusha T only said, I went to mentioning Drake's parents and his son because he mentioned my wife, Virginia Williams. Remember he said on Duppy, I'm gonna let it ring on you like Virginia Williams. Well, Pusha T responded with the story of Adidon, mentioned his son, his his baby mama, parents, and all gloves were off. Now Drake's doing the same thing with Kendrick because Whitney is his wife. So this is a little further out there, but Drake better be prepared for what's going to happen. So we'll see. And this is also a play on words when it comes to Whitney Houston, who starred in the 1992 romance film The Bodyguard. He's just playing on words here as well and saying that your guy 2T's, who Kendrick mentioned him like that, they're not going to do anything basically. Continuing on, he says, top say drop, your little midget better fucking. A, better drop, give me 50A. This is more on clowning Kendrick for not being his own boss, and if Top says something, he has to do it. And this is the drop and give me 50 is also, if you guys saw Kendrick, he does a lot of push-ups. Like he dropped a video where he does push-ups, and he's just kind of having a play on words here saying, hey, that video is out there of you doing push-ups, but mention the splits. So drop and give me 50 with those push-ups because those splits, 50-50, you're not getting a lot of money for your music. Continuing on, this is where I enjoyed it because obviously I'm a 50 Cent fan, but he said, guys really got me out here talking like I'm 50, basically 50 Cent. Guys really got me out here rapping what I'm living. I might take your latest girl and cuff her like I'm Ricky.
Ricky.
This is where he's
Officer
clowning Rick
Ricky.
Ross, a.k.a. William Roberts, a.k.a. the correction officer. Shout out to Drake for calling out a phony that he is. I don't like that Drake worked with Rick Ross for all these years. But, hey, Rick Ross cuffs people. He's a correction officer. So that's hilarious in that line. He said, can't believe he jumping in. This guy is turning 50, meaning 50 years old. Every song that made it on the chart, he got from Drizzy. And that is facts. How many fucking times have I told you guys that every hit Rick Ross has got that is major feature Drake? Because Rick Ross cannot deliver those hits like you guys have always said. Let me actually go over these again for you guys because people, I don't know, man. People just don't believe me, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. But look, by the way, Rick Ross has no number one hits. Just want to make that very clear. The 3 top 10 hits he has are all features. None of them are his actual songs. You got DJ Khaled, I'm On One, which features Drake and Lil Wayne. You got Money in the Grave, which is Drake's track featuring Rick Ross. And you got Lemon Pepper Freestyle, which is Drake featuring Rick Ross.
Wow.
The 3 top 10 hits Rick Ross has in his career is
Drake.
records from other people. So I don't want to ever hear about Rick Ross being the greatest. Thank God Drake cooked him on that because it's true. Rick Ross, get out of here, bro. Get washed up. Continuing on, he said, spend that little check you got and stay up out my business. Worry about whatever going on with you. And this line got removed from the final version. And what this is basically worry about whatever you got going on with, and he censored it, and it's Diddy. That's what's going to fill it up. Because if you look at the bars, 50, Ricky, those type of lines, Diddy makes sense. But that line got removed, even though it was censored on the leaked version. And if you guys don't know, there are a lot of rumors of Rick Ross and Diddy doing things at Diddy's parties with other men and other people. That's the rumors going on. So he's saying, listen, why are you in my business? Go worry about that bigger stuff, those sexual assault lawsuits that you got going on. So it's kind of little shots at Diddy here and there too. A shout out to that hooper that be busting out the gritty. Now he's going at Ja Morant, which is hilarious here. We know why you mad. I ain't even tripping. All that little heartbroken Twitter shit for the. Now, what is Drake talking about here? This is a subtle shot at Ja Morant.
Damn.
Where apparently Ja Morant and Drake both dated this woman, Johanna Leah. And Drake is alluding that's why Ja's mad. Basically, Ja Morant sided with Metro Boomin and Future. Because Metro Boomin tweeted, once you pick a side, stay there. And Ja Morant said, yeah, stay on that side. He basically sided with Metro Boomin and Future.
What is a
and Drake's saying
basketball
the reason
player
why you're
trying
mad
to
is
do?
because we dated the same woman and you're heartbroken. You're in your feelings over that. So he's even setting shots at NBA players. It's getting ridiculous. Continuing on, I ain't even rapping after this. I'm way too busy. This for all the top dogs dropping Give Me 50. I don't know. Going at all top dogs could be interesting. And that fucking song y'all got is not starting beef with us. This shit been brewing in a pot now. I'm heating up. Now, this is where he mentions J. Cole apologized. I don't care what Cole think. That dot shit was weak as fuck. He's basically saying in these bars, hey, this is not where the beef started. We've been sending subliminal shots at each other for a minute. But now it's clear as day. And that's what I respect Drake for. I respect Kendrick for. They went directly at each other. Well, Kendrick started going directly. And now Drake responded directly. There's no subliminals here. This is about as direct as it gets. And he's saying, listen, we've been sending subliminals at each other since 2013. I don't care about that anymore. We're going directly at each other and says, I don't care what J. Cole apologized and what he thinks about you. Your shit is weak as fuck. He says champagne tripping. He's not fucking easing up. Guys calling Top to see if Top want to piece it up. Top want to piece it up. Top want to piece it up. Nah. Now you're on your own when you're speaking up. You don't roll deep to this. It's not fucking deep enough. Now, there's a lot of speculation on this. So I'm going to go over what I think over this because Top is no longer with Kendrick Lamar. Obviously, they've got their own things going on. But let me break down what this is because it's very interesting. Now, initially, when you read these bars, it sounds like Top was trying to call Drake and Kendrick to piece it up. But if you look at it from a different perspective, and this is just a possibility because of this line right here, this is where he says, nah, pussy, now you're on your own when you're speaking up. What this could potentially mean is that J. Cole got Top, like J. Cole got in between both of them, got Top to call and try to get both of them to piece it up. But J. Cole intervened because J. Cole did speak up and apologize to Kendrick Lamar. So that line, now you're on your own when you're speaking up, Could potentially be at J. Cole. I know it's a little bit of a stretch, but that's potentially could be there. I don't know. Things might be heating between J. Cole and Drake as well. We don't know, but that could also mean, hey, now you're on your own, Kendrick. When you're speaking up, you can't have anybody defend you. TDE, blah, blah, blah. You're with PG Lang, your own label. Now when you speak up, it's just you. There's nobody that's going to come in between and defend you anymore. So that's what that could mean as well, but, I don't know. But now continuing on, this is where he sends, I think, shots at Kanye West. Because Kanye West did jump into this battle and say, I washed, Kendrick on No More Parties in L.A. I washed Drake, and he just went in and said, I'm the best. I'm the GOAT, blah, blah, blah. So Drake, and Kanye have had issues back and forth. They've mended it. They had issues again. But this is where I think he's sending shots at Kanye West. He says this, begging Kai Cenat, boy, you not fucking beating us. Numbers-wise, I'm out of here. You're not fucking creeping up. Money-wise, I'm out of here. You're not fucking sneaking up. Cornball, your show money, merch money, feed to us. I'm going to let you guys work it out because I seen enough. That ain't even everything I know. Don't wake a demon up. That ain't everything I know. Don't wake a demon up. Drop and give me 50. All you guys teaming up. The reason why I think these bars are going at Kanye West is because Kanye sent Kai Cenat some clothes, or he bought some, and then he was clowning the clothes, and then Kanye got mad at that. So you guys can check out the clip.
Yay! Instead of small, dango, not an extra large. The fuck am I supposed to do with this shit?
Of that here, and he's basically playing, with the merch stuff, saying, hey, what we do in show money, you're trying to catch up in merch. And obviously Kanye ruined his kind of net worth and stuff because of all the stuff he said. He used to be a billionaire, now he's not. Drake saying, listen, I'm way ahead with hits, I'm way ahead now with money. You're not catching up. And then at the end, he just basically says, all you guys are fucking teaming up to go at me, and I'll take on all you guys. But the crazy thing is, on the final version, it transitions. And it transitions into a new track. Basically a preview of what Drake is going to drop maybe after Kendrick or whoever responds. On the preview track, he just says drop, drop, drop. And at the end, he says, I was really trying to keep it PG. Meaning like, I'm going to go way, way further. I'm going to get really, really disrespectful with this. Which, I'm all for. Now, on the leaked version, obviously the Diddy line got taken out. But also this as well got taken out. On the demo version, he said, what, teaming up with all y'all falling like some dominoes. Bros turning hoes, dog. I ain't got enough of those. I can't wait to see how far you guys get to reaching now. This is the closest thing you guys get into a feature now. Basically, I'm never going to help you guys. I'm not giving you guys the Drake Stimmy package. And he says, backpedal gang, because a few of y'all been reaching out. Y'all drew the line. What the fuck we got to speak about? Get your fucking head tapped. You guys get to peeking out. You had a song for 4 years. Drop that shit and shut your mouth. Apparently, Kendrick, he's feeling like Kendrick had a diss track for a while. Shut your mouth and drop it. He wants all the smoke. But these lines got removed because I can see why it can get removed because the backpedal gang line might be a slight diss towards J. Cole. And maybe, he probably doesn't want to diss J. Cole, or he maybe wants to diss J. Cole because of those other lines that he mentioned in the song. So we don't know about the J. Cole aspect, but hey, man, Drake went in, and my full review of the record is basically he delivered.
Damn.
I wanted him to respond to everybody on one track like 50 Cent did Piggy Bank and just aim at everybody. And that's what he did. And I know people are going to be like, well, he could have went in more on Kendrick, could have went in more on Lace. Mind you, guys, he's responding to multiple people, 7, 8 artists on one track.
Man, there you have it, boy. There you have it, fam. Bruv. This is great. I like this. Kendrick. Where you at, fam? Where's the beef? Bring the beef, fam. We're going to be covering this like there's no tomorrow, bruv. Facts.